Hi betting experts, on Saturday the 21st of May we've got 8 brilliant races from ITV on Saturday, 3 tracks, Goodwood, Haydock and York. The ground probably decent or on the easier side. At all 3 there is rain around, though the forecast for Saturday has improved. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap in the 2:15 at Goodwood. This is the William Hill Festival Stakes, a listed contest over a mile 2, and I'm very strong here on Brentford Hope of Richard Hughes. Now this one was really impressive, given his head unusually from the front at Nottingham last season on soft ground, having that race won at halfway and really looking one who could win group races in truth. Things didn't quite pan out ideally afterwards. He was often ridden with a lot of restraint by Jamie Spencer and things didn't drop for him. I do think he's got potential. This listed contest looks well within his capabilities. He's a strong traveller with a smart turn of foot, and I think the icing on the cake is that David Egan takes over in the saddle, a young jockey going places. He should take an awful lot of beating. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 1:45 at Goodwood, a handicap over 7 furlongs, a class 2 for 3-year-olds, and I think that Find might represent the value here. He's been slightly written off after a disappointing start into handicaps at Sandown over a mile last time out. We watched that run back, he didn't really settle and weakened from the furlong pole. He's back to 7 here. He's got a big engine. I can see the sort of undulations of Goodwood suiting him. If they can get him covered up on the inside and produced late, he should go really close at a big price. The remaining 6 races on ITV on Saturday, we'll do them in time order, starting at Haydock in the 2 o'clock, a staying handicap over 2 miles. Well, Miranda is a really good mare with a terrific strike rate, both codes jumps and flat. She's been freshened up by 3 months off. Megan Nichols is booked. I think everything's ideal for a big run here in quite a competitive staying handicap. Back to Haydock for their 2:35, the Silver Bowl handicap over a mile for 3-year-olds. A cracking contest this. George Bowie's made a fantastic start to the turf season. He's got lots of really exciting young horses, and Tollard Royal looks well in here on handicap debut from a mark of 91. He didn't have a lot to beat last time out of Beverley, but it's not a track where you tend to win in flashy style. Quite a stiff uphill finish there, and he ground things out really impressively. I think he's just the sort to do a lot better now going handicapping in a better race. Back to York to the 2:55, a handicap over 5 furlongs. Lookout Louis is a sprinter going places from an in-form yard. Julie Camacho was really impressive last time out at Chester, landing a gamble in style and having that sprint won from the home turn, really cantering all over them. Obviously York is a different test on probably slightly quicker ground, but I think Lookout Louis can defy a small rise up the weights. Haydock the 3:10, the Sandy Lane, a group 2 over 6 furlongs. Well, Ever Given was smashed up in the market and routed the field at Chester last time out. That was only a handicap and he did have a good draw, but he's got loads of early pace. I know he's jumping up into Group 2 company here, but I never really think there's massive difference between the top handicaps and Group 2s, Group 3s. In the sprint division, I think he's the value at the prices. Back to York for the Bronte Fillies stakes at 3:30, a Group 3 over a mile 6. Well, Eileen Dover's got plenty to find on ratings with 1 or 2 of these, but she's a smooth traveller with a smart turn of foot who's been very expertly campaigned by Pam Slow, who does particularly well with fillies and mares. She's got optimum conditions here. They should go a decent pace, and I think the long straight at York will suit her ideally. The best race of the day, the Temple, the 3:45 at Haydock, a race with a rich history. Batash won it a couple of times. Group 2 over 5 furlongs. Well, Twilight Calls was one of the most devastatingly impressive winners on his seasonal reappearance at Newmarket, sprinting clear, having cruised round on the bridle in that contest. He was then well back next time for the Palace, but as things turned out, he was on the wrong side of the track there. I still thought he shaped really well. I can see Haydock with a little bit of cut in the ground, suiting me ideally, and the yard, Henry Candy, after a typically slow start, are now firing in the winners, and I think Twilight Calls will take an awful lot of beating. Best of luck with all 8 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.